Grizzlies fans, good morning. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. It is time for a Grizz game day update. The Grizzlies will take on the Celtics for the second and last time this regular season. I'm Kelcey. Joining me for the first time, we have a rookie, and I'm so excited. John Karalis, thank you for coming on.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
I'm so excited that you're here because this is a game that I think Grizzlies fans have been looking forward to for a while, and I'll tell you why. Now, first, it's the number one team in the Eastern Conference. Second of all, John Morant has come out and said, this is the team that they need to get through. This is the team that you need to beat. So here we are, Sunday afternoon game, 1 p.m. tip Central Time. That's 2 p.m. In Boston. So let's talk about this one. So I'm going to start off with some injuries, John, because Steven Adams is out for us. It's like Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and then Brogdon is probable. Molinari is out, but Luke Kennard is making his Grizzlies debut today.
I was hoping he wouldn't. That really helps you guys. We were talking about it on our trade deadline special, and I thought this is going to be one of the sneaky kind of impactful moves of the trade deadline, because just more shooting around Ja, giving him more driving lanes. You got to pay attention to Luke Kennard. So no matter what, and it's almost like Mike Muscala for the Celtics, who made his debut the other night. That's one of those players that, on the floor, okay, it doesn't matter what team he's played for, what he's doing. That's a dude who can shoot. So you got to stick with the dude who can shoot. So that's going to really help you guys. Yeah.
In addition, I guess not for the Grizzlies, but last time that these two teams matched up, it was early November. The Celtics, it was in Memphis. The Celtics came out with a 3-point win. It was a great game, but Jaren Jackson Jr. wasn't playing then. He was still out from his foot injury from the offseason. How big of a difference maker is that for the Grizzlies going into tonight, like today's game, specifically rematching the Celtics?
Yeah, that's huge, because the Celtics, especially Jason Tatum, he has trouble with those big time shot blockers, and we know that Jackson is just one of the elite shot blockers in the league. So when the Celtics go up against guys like him and you see him at the rim, they have a tendency to just say, you know what, we're not going to even bother challenging him. I'm a big believer in challenging the shot blocker, because, okay, so sometimes you get your shot blocked, but a lot of times you might draw the foul. And he is going to foul you if you really challenge him, but Celtics don't really do that. So I think we're going to see the Celtics potentially rely on their jumpers, which they're a great jump shooting team, but they are prone to those kind of not falling sometimes. And if they go cold, this could be a tough one for them.
It's interesting you say that too, because that could, obviously you want Jaren on the floor. He's the other all-star on the team. The Grizzlies defense on the 3-point line, especially on the road, has been less than ideal this entire season. Now, last time these played, neither team shot well from the three. I think it was like in the 30s, early 40s. Like no one went bananas. But is that going to be the difference maker tonight? Do you think Celtics get hot from three or they don't, and that's going to kind of?
It very well could be, yeah. And so they started out the season incredibly like nuclear hot from three, and then right around the beginning of December, they had a lull for about a month or so where they just couldn't hit a thing. And they had a bunch of games that were shooting in the 20% range from three. And now recently they've started to get hot again. So that could be the difference. And this is why the Jaren Jackson Jr. thing is so interesting to me. The best Celtics shooting nights come off of paint touches. So you got to drive, hit the paint, and then kick. And if the Celtics are just moving the ball on the perimeter, yeah, you can get good ball movement, I guess, and you can get like 3-4 passes, but you're not really bending the defense. You got to get into the paint and force the defense to collapse. And a team like Memphis, who might overreact a little bit, get into the middle of the paint, make them overreact, then kick it out to a guy standing there waiting for the 3-point shot, and he can get it in rhythm, stepping into the shot, and that's where the Celtics will shoot 45, even 50% from three. They against who they just play? They just Charlotte. Yeah, sorry. Early. It's early for me. Yeah, they were up to like 52% from three at one point, and then they got cold in the fourth quarter. But they built a 28-point lead shooting over 50% from three. So you just gotta hit that paint. And if Jaren Jackson Jr. is in there and they're not willing to hit that paint, then that could be the recipe for a poor shooting night.
So that's interesting you bring that up, because this is obviously a Grizzlies team that's second in the league in points in the paint versus the Celtics, who are 27th, like bottom 3 in the league and actually scoring in the paint. But to get to the paint and kick out is a whole different thing. So both teams on offense are going to want to get to the paint. It's just where they're actually finishing that's going to kind of be the difference there. I do want to talk to you about Tatum, because of course we have only seen him once this year. I think the last 3 games he's had like 31, 37, 39 against the Grizzlies. He's coming off of a 41-point performance against Charlotte. It's going to be, Jason Tatum versus Ja Morant. These two superstars that you're going to get, 30-ish points from each guy, but how difficult does the defense make their lives? So it's Dylan Brooks going to be on Jason Tatum, with Marcus Smart out. Who's like your defensive stopper for Ja?
Well, I mean, it's going to have to be a team effort. It's going to have to be so Derek White has done a great job individually in Marcus Smart's place as the starting point guard. But obviously no one's going to stop Ja Morant. You got to be able to just stay in front of him. The good thing about Derek White is he's incredible at taking charges. So if he can just move his feet and get in front and maybe angle himself properly, you might get an offensive foul or 2, and that could be the difference. Really, honestly, that could be the difference in the game, where if Ja is being aggressive and Derek White is getting that angle in front of him, and he draws an offensive foul in the first quarter, and maybe you catch Ja reaching on Jason Tatum and he gets 2 early fouls, that could be the difference in the game. Right,
we had 5 offensive fouls in the first half last game.
There you go. So yeah, when you have a freight train, it sucks to tell this to Derek White. It's like, you're guarding a freight train, go stand in front of it and let it run you over. That's not something anybody wants to do, but Derek White is willing to do. He's one of the best charge takers in the league. So that alone could be a difference maker. And
Jason Tatum, how's he been getting it done?
Yeah, he's just an elite player. You guys get to see an electric player in Morant. We get to see an electric player in Jason Tatum. Tatum is not the north-south type of guy, quite like Morant is, but he can get there, and he's been getting there a little bit more easily this season. He'll set the drive up and then step back and hit you with that sidestep 3-pointer. If Tatum has his 3-point shot going, it's over. It's a wrap. He'll score 45 or 50 points on you. So it's just about making sure that he's not comfortable from 3. But if he gets that first 3-pointer to fall, then it could be a long night for Memphis. But yeah, he's been getting to the rim a lot better this year, and he's taking a lot more free throws this year. It's not out of the question to see him take 10, 11, 12 free throws in a game. So that's how he's been piling up his points and making his case for MVP. It's been a great kind of like all around. He's truly become a 3-level scorer this season.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch him. Obviously not that one game against the Grizzlies, but been fun to watch him throughout the season. I think one of the other storylines, and I'll be really quick, is that this is the number 2 and number 4 team in defensive rating. They're both top 10 teams in terms of scoring, just like points. So, I mean, look, we have the number 1 team and the number 2 team on the West. So this is going to be a good game today. Oh, yeah. We'll get ready for the Rihanna concert.
Yeah, that's going to be the bigger thing, right? The Rihanna concert. No, this is going to be a lot of fun, and ABC game. So you've got 2 of the best teams in the league. You know that when you're facing a great team, you're going to get up for that game. So these guys are going to get up for one another, and it's on ABC, and it's going to be something where everybody's going to want to put on a show. So this should be a really great one. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yes. Plus all eyes on the Grizzlies and the Celtics, because there's only 2 games today before it's time for football. So let's.
That's right. Nice appetizer.
Yes. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate your time so much. And I guess we'll see you at the arena later.
Absolutely. My pleasure.